Hello and welcome again to my channel. Today we're talking about purpose and second chances. It's never too late to start over. One thing I've noticed and that has come up over time as I talk to people, especially older people, is like most of them feel like life has happened, they've missed the opportunities. Very importantly, most of them have that story that they tell about, oh, this wonderful opportunity I had to become or do or have that thing I wanted so much that they missed, right? And so it always ends on a sad note like, oh, I missed that golden opportunity and that's it and that's why I'm here. But in this episode, I'm here to tell you that second chances abound in your purpose. It is never, ever too late to start again. I'm very excited about this topic. So let's get into it. Purpose is not a straight line. And that's where most people get it wrong. They think that for your purpose or with your purpose, you have to start from the cradle and run with it all through your life. Fantastic for those who had it that way, right? But for some of us, it didn't quite happen that way. And that's completely fine because your purpose is not a straight line. As a matter of fact, your purpose actually evolves with the different phases and stages of life that you go through. And the world is filled with examples of people who did midlife and even, as you could say, towards the end of life. What would you call someone who starts a chicken based restaurant at the age of 65, 70, right? I'm talking about KFC. Or you're talking about Abraham in the Bible who set out in a new place, a new location to start a new life at what, 70? Doesn't get much older than that, right? So that is to say that there is no perfect time to start. The best time to start is now. Now that you're aware, now that you know, now that you've learned that you can take this again and do it again. So let's get into the details. We're in a season where we're talking about the resurrection. We're celebrating Easter, and the whole message is the fact that God gave us a second chance. If God gave us a second chance, who are we not to give ourselves many more chances? I don't stick with second because that also can be limiting. Do it as many times as it takes to get it right. But keep going. Keep failing forward. Keep moving, because guess what? The final version is going to help people. In fact, no, let me take that again. Not the final version. The journey towards your becoming the final version is going to help others, because they're going to see you fail forward, they're going to watch you grow, they're going to watch you evolve, and you personally will learn through that experience to be better equipped to do it better and to guide people to avoid the mistakes that you made in your own journey. Does it sound good? I think it does. Now let's talk about how you can step into purpose again. Yeah, Coach Liz, you just said I can do it again. Yeah, where do I start from? How do I get this done? I've walked so far away from this goal of mine. I don't even know how to start again. I've forgotten who that person was. I don't even know if I can reconnect to that version of me anymore. That's okay. It happens to the best of us. But guess what? First, allow yourself that environment to begin again, because it starts with you. Once you believe and you truly acknowledge that you're ready to go again, it'll come to you. That's the biggest truth about it. Everything else will build on that reality and that clarity. The first thing is to permit yourself to believe and to embrace that second chance that you're giving yourself. Then ask yourself, who was that person who wanted to do that thing? Who do I need to be to deliver that goal, to actualize that dream, to drive that purpose? And start taking steps to become that person again if you've walked so far away from it. But most of the time what I find is that you really are still the one and the same person. In fact, a more experienced, skilled, and equipped person for that purpose, because purpose never leaves you. If you truly are working in your purpose, it never leaves you. It could be silent for a bit because you haven't given it that voice, but it doesn't leave you. Everything you do or say or experience just adds depth and enriches the purpose that you're about to do. Let me talk about myself and the fact that from quite a young age, I felt compelled to talk to people about purpose. Yeah. I didn't coin it that way then. I always just felt drawn to that passion to ask people what they were doing and if they enjoyed what they were doing and what they would love to do if they were not doing what they were doing currently now. For instance, I meet a teenager or a student and I say to her, what are you studying? And she says, oh, I'm doing accounting. I'm like, really? You like accounting? Well, not so much. That's always a cue for me. And I go, really? So what did you really enjoy doing before? Okay, if you had a chance to just begin again and no limits, what would you be doing? I find myself asking these questions, and before we know it, complete strangers start to open up to me, they talk to me, we engage, and I give them ideas from what I hear them talk about, where, I find that I am able to pick out those areas where they sound passionate, and I hear that passion and, awareness in their voice, and I just pick on it and bring them to that place of awareness of that particular gift or talent, and they say, oh, that's actually true, and we start talking about, why don't you try something just on the side, don't focus on it so much, just give it opportunity, right? Play with it once in a while. And I find that over time people grow and build, and it becomes even more powerful than what they were actually doing. So I started from there, only to realize over time I went through my own journeys, the setbacks and all of that. But over time, it remained strong for me that I am that person who wants to talk about purpose and help people to find it. So as I found myself, I realized that there is a pathway that makes discovering this easy. And that's what I share now. So from the earlier days where I realized, oh, I'd like to talk about this, to my own personal journey and setbacks and all of that, to finding my own self and purpose, and now being properly equipped and empowered to guide people properly through that journey to a place of actualization. That's my story, and it could be yours. From a place of, oh, I tried it before, to all the experiences that enrich it, to a place where you now become powerfully equipped and positioned to drive and fulfill that purpose that you're set out to be. I hope that meant something to you. Now that we've talked about reflection, let's talk about repentance. Yeah, I use the word repentance because it resonates with the season we're in, right? And what does that mean to you? It means forgiving yourself, letting go of the fact that you failed at it, or you didn't permit yourself to take that opportunity for whatever reason, or that you shortchanged yourself in feeling you were not ready, thinking there will be more opportunities, and you found out eventually until now that there were no other opportunities. Let go, forgive yourself. That's a learning too. Pen it down at something you learned. Okay, when I find an opportunity next time, I'm going to grab it. I'm not going to let it go. Let that feeling go so that you are truly free to embrace the new you and the new opportunity that you're about to give. Because let's face it, you are what you think. Your mind responds to you. The environment that you create in your mind actually blocks or opens up your path to taking a new opportunity. So forgive yourself, let go, and embrace this new opportunity. Tell yourself, this is a new opportunity that is being recreated for me, and I'm going to take it and do the best that I can with it. Now that we've reflected and we've repented, we're going to recommit. You're going to put yourself in a place where you commit to this new opportunity. You're going to give it your best. You're going to give it your time. You're going to put in effort. You're going to work it till it works. You're going to work it until the results come through. You're not going to give up. You're not going to permit yourself to give in to whatever challenges come your way. You're going to ride the tide until you get the desired result, until you hit that target that you've always wanted to hit. For some of you, it might be a short journey depending on what your goals are. For some, it might be a long-term thing. And just in case it's a long-term thing, what usually happens is that you might get discouraged along the way because you're not seeing the results immediately. Try to break it down in milestones. Give yourself opportunity to celebrate the journey. Set milestones so that when you hit that milestone, you feel good and you feel empowered to keep going. Don't wait till the final picture is there. Set those milestones so that you feel empowered as you hit them and energized to keep going. Okay? And those are some of the things that I share in my Mindset Reset program. It helps you to pace yourself, move from being unstuck, and move into that area where you feel confident to embrace your second opportunity. I'll wrap this up with a charge. Hear this from me if you haven't heard it before. And if you had, this is a sign that it's true. You are not too old to start again. You are not too late to pursue those dreams. You are not in the wrong place. Where you are, the position you are, the stage in life that you are, the age that you are is just right to fulfill that purpose. Like I said when I started, we have examples of those who started at a very old age. We have examples of those who started so young. We have examples of all kinds of people at different stages in life to get it right. And yeah, it just occurred to me that you might even think you're in the wrong location. Let's speak to that real quick. There is no right location to work your purpose. Oh, if I had heard this just before I moved, I just might have been able to do it. That's not true. Let me give you an example in the Bible of people who did the best and showed forth their gift in exile. People who were captured and who were slaves. Talk about Esther. She didn't become a queen in her home country. She became one in the land where they were under captivity. Let's talk about Daniel, who served 4 kings, 4 administrations. He was in a strange land, in exile, right? And I mean, you're not an exile, you just relocated. So why not? You can do this. You've got this totally, right? So let's get going. So if all that we've shared today has resonated with you and you'd like to embrace that second opportunity, you want to give yourself that chance to do and pursue the passion that you have to hit that target or achieve that goal you've always wanted to be, I'm specially inviting you to my 60-day Mindset Reset program. In that program, you receive practical tips, guides, and tools that will take you from where you are right now to a place of clarity, confidence, and help you to emerge and fully achieve those wonderful goals you've set for yourself. If that sounds like you, click in the link below to register and join the program. I am certain that it will transform you. So until I come your way again in the next episode, keep working, keep believing, and embrace the second chances. Bye. Don't wait till the final picture is there.